Hello, this is George Senda, the real, authentic, official, original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh. Accept no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, or Mitch McConnells who may block the voting on the Senate and on a $2,000 stimulus check amendment. Well, this is not a good day for Donald Trump in a way. He got what he wanted on the $2,000 check. The Democrats are all standing behind Trump. But 2/3 of Republicans in the House voted against it. No Section 230 amendment. No change there. So he didn't get 230. He voted for, he signed the $600 check, and the ND National Defense Authorization Act veto has been overturned in the House. I don't know if it goes to the Senate or not, but 109 Republicans voted to overturn it. Only 70 Republicans and one independent voted to stand behind Trump. So Trump lost there. And now the question is, with the bill going to the Senate, Chuck Schumer says he's going to demand it goes to a floor vote tomorrow. He'll probably be shot down by Grouchy Mitch. Grouchy Mitch can sit on this till January 3rd or 4th, because then the new Congress starts and this bill will die and nobody will get $2,000 checks. But then you have the problem with Grouchy Mitch, the Grinch that stole $2,000 stimulus checks. The vote in Georgia is on the 5th to the 6th to vote in 2 Republican senators. And by the way, if you've ever wondered who the richest person in Congress is, it's Kelly Loeffler. She is worth $500 million. Mitch McConnell is worth, depending on where you look, 22 to 33 million. So if Mitch does nothing, this bill dies. If Mitch says, I'm not going to allow it to go to a vote, it dies. If he says, vote on it, and the GOP, and one senator said he will vote for it, but you can bet that Rand Paul, Mitt Romney, and others will vote against it. Marco Rubio says he'll vote for it. Any Republican that votes against this could cause them to lose the race in Georgia and would turn the Senate over to the Democrats, giving Biden the ability to get anything he wants. And I don't think Trump will prevail in the court. This may be the end of Donald Trump. I don't know if he's going to run 2024 or not. And there's a list of about 10 Republicans that voted against the $600 check. Mitt Romney, Rand Paul, and a host of others. So it'll be interesting to see if this does go to a vote, how many Republicans will vote against $2,000 stimulus checks, and the Democrats add to the codicil all dependents, dependent adults, dependent children will get the check. So I think any Republican who votes against this is going to commit political suicide in the next 2022, 2024, and 2026 elections. And they only need, if the Democrats all vote, they only need 13 Republicans to side with them. Now, we'll get an automatic vote by Bernie Sanders. He'll vote for it. So they need 12 people. And I think they could well get the 12 people. I don't think it's going to be a unified GOP vote that every Republican will say no, because they got to worry about being reelected in 6 years. And Mitch McConnell, I don't know if he'll run for re-election in 6 years. The Democrats made a big thing, including Bette Midler. How can this guy keep being voted in when he's got 18% popularity in Kentucky? Well, he's got a bigger popularity rating than Congress overall. So that's where it stands right now. Now, this morning, I am really, really tired because I was watching YouTube on all this and Fox News at 6 in the morning. So I go to sleep, and at 8:30, Fingerhut calls me, wakes me up out of a sound sleep. And I was really angry because they asked me about my bill. Well, I'd called last week and told the guy, I have my bill here. I can't possibly pay it by the 27th because Bank of America has blocked all the dates between now and the 29th, but they'll pay it on the 29th, which is tomorrow. The guy said, fine. Will I get charged a late fee? He said, yes, call us up. We'll take the late fee off. So they called me up to ask me about the payment that I told them I was going to send next week. And then on Thursday, another payment will go out. And we get the $600 checks, another payment will go out because I want to pay this off. Then I get a call. I said, I'm about to lie down again. I was in bed the whole time. I'm about to go to sleep again. I get a call from some spam caller, which I blocked after the call. We're calling about your extended warranty on your car. And here we are with no car. I get these spam emails and phone calls all the time. And I'm going like, do you get this on an iPhone? Because the Android phone, I get this list of guys who want me loans and all kinds of garbage. Now, if we get the $2,000 check, I will probably give Kathy $500 or $600. I will get my coin loans out. I will buy the GoPro. I will buy an iPhone, and I will do $200 for the kiddies. So it would get me completely back on my feet in that I wouldn't have to pay any interest in coin loans. There'd be $200 worth of cat litter and cat food in here. Kathy came over. I said, you want to do a video? She said, no, I'm tired. She's always tired. So she got cat food for her kitty. She got chocolate for herself, a bag of Johnny Cat litter, 2 boxes of cat food cat food liners. I changed the cat box just this morning. Just about died with the first one. I put 20 pounds of cat litter in it. So, and gave away all the Meals and Wheels cheese dinners because I had like 8 cheese dinners, cheese omelet, cheese burrito, cheese this, cheese that. And then I gave away the salmon one and the sweet and sour pork, which is god awful. So I got rid of that, and she threw out the garbage for me, and we got to talk for a while. So that's where it stands right now. But if we get this $2,000 check, we'd have about $2,300 in the car fund, which isn't enough yet, but it would put us to about a third to a quarter of what we need. I want to get a 2010 or a 2011 Prius with touring, which gives you leather seats. It's much more comfortable and all of that. Yeah, well, the problem hello, Wizzo. The problem with McConnell is this. If he says no, then he guarantees that the Georgia runoff goes to the Democrats because everybody's going to say, well, I got my $600 stimulus check. Well, you hear the House voted for $2,000? They did? Oh, what's going on? Why aren't we getting $2,000? Well, this Republican Mitch McConnell won't let it be voted on. Well, screw him and screw the Republicans. They've already had like 1.5 million or 2 million people vote ahead of time in Georgia. And I wish they'd stop that stuff because it does lead to the F word, and it's not a 4-letter word. It's five-letter words. We're not allowed to say it on YouTube. But this would guarantee the Democrats take the Senate. They'd have the House. They'd have Biden as a president. They could pass all the radical legislation they want and take away our guns and pack the court and everything else. So I don't think Mitch McConnell has a choice. If he votes no, he goes down to the man that kept the people who are hurting, the people that are unemployed, people who can't feed their kids, people who have kids that have to stay home, nurses, doctors, technicians, ambulance drivers, firemen, policemen, because they got to watch their kids because no schools are open. And in California, we are once again number one. We are number one in Chinese crud cases. And the hospitals in Italy are backed up like cordwood. They're treating people in tents, and they get ambulances showing up, waiting 5 to 7 hours to put the people in tents. Now, I still don't understand this. Where the hell are all these cases coming from? Because when I go to Safeway, when I go to Target, when I go to Food Max, when I go to Costco, the parking lots are full, the stores are full. No one's keeling over from fever. No one's coughing to death. No one's sneezing. No one's sick. Ambulances aren't waiting outside. Who is getting sick? And they're not telling us. And then we have the idiot Fauci, that fool who said at the beginning of the pandemic that 2 to 3 million people would die. That was their computer models. Now he admitted, CNN, this woman chewed him out. Oh, I was guessing on the number based on the measles vaccine, it would be 70 or 80% people would get infected. He now says that was a guess. I don't know where anybody found this guy. He works in the National Institute of Health. Biden said he's going to choose him to his administration. He should be fired along with that bricks. So, well, I would use the term clowns, and I apologize to clowns everywhere. But what are you going to call them? I can't use the choice epithets. Adult language. I want to call them. Let's say they're more like Keystone Cops or fumbling and bumbling. I don't know who you would the 535 Stooges. Okay. Bricks. Well, the last story I heard, she was retiring, but people have been hurting for months. They did nothing. I would solve this in a heartbeat if I were in Washington, D.C. We're allowed to get away with it. And they're doing this long distance voting. One guy, Mr. President, in accordance with Rule 242, Section 2, Paragraph 3, I am voting on behalf of Senator Blowhard, Senator Claghorn, Senator Foghorn, Senator Leghorn, and they run down about 20 votes, yay or nay. I'd chain the door shut, crank the heat up to about 150 degrees and say, now, when you vote money for the people, you get to go out, you get to go home, take away their water, take away their food, take away their coffee, take the seats away, take the podiums away. And, and send us, and then the same with the Senate. We're going to crank the heat up till you pass out. And if you pass the bill, you get to go home. It's enough. And also make a demand for term limits. If we had term limits, a lot of this corruption would be over. As I've said before, Harry Truman said, show me a politician who's rich, I'll show you a crook. How do these people get that kind of money on $175,000 a year? Now, if I'd had $175,000 a year in the 80s, I would have bought Apple at 15. I'd be a rich man today, but I can show it on paper what I did with it. So anyway, that's what's going on. They overturned the veto. So Trump has lost there. Trump has lost there's no interest in repealing 230 because the Democrats are against it because they want to keep attacking Trump. And I wish they'd pass 230 because it would give me and others the ability to sue all these trolls online. So I've had 2 hours of sleep, 2.5 maybe. And then I fell back to sleep and bang, bang, bang. And I thought for a minute, oh, the guy's delivering my Meals on Wheels food early. And it was Kathy. And I go, I want to kill you. I want you to die. I hate you. She's very jealous of my Santa Claus. She wants the Santa, and she loves the little Santa Claus. And I told her I got this guy at a thrift store for $4. Oh, he's not turned on. And this one was the only one they had at Target. I'm going to look for this one, see if I can find him. This one actually looks like my late friend Maroney. He really does. If Maroney were Santa. So now they're going to vote tomorrow, or if they vote in the Senate, if Mitch allows this, they're going to be voting tomorrow. It takes away the lawsuit protections. Right now, anybody can say anything on YouTube, and YouTube can say, well, we didn't produce this. We just are the forum where we allow this video to be published. Lies, slander, character assassination, all of that is acceptable. And their president of their subsidiary, Alphabet, and then YouTube and Google, says that free speech. We allow anything to go on the channel, even though they have rules against harassment and impersonation and slander, character assassination. They don't enforce it. So YouTube could get sued. And I would save up the money to get the attorney in Ohio that I find and sue the hell out of these people. Get all these videos removed. And I got a comment asking me about a certain person who will remain nameless. And I removed that comment and blocked the person. By the way, my subscribers have gone up. I gained in the last month or so 956 more subscribers. Now 4,358 and 1,019,853. 109 Republicans turned on Trump. 2/3 Republicans in the House voted against $2,000 stimulus. So how is that going to look in 2022, 2024, and 2026? The Democrats can have a field day. Senator, what a schnozzle, voted against you having $2,000 checks. So, any Republican who votes against this, I think, is going to be finished because they will run commercial day and night. And they've already spent against Loeffler and against Purdue, they've already spent over $109 million like they did in the primary. And as we saw, 5 or 6 or 8 major races, the Democrats lost, and they spent like, I don't know, like $500 million to defeat the Republicans that failed. Imagine if they took that $500 million and did it for communities or something. All this money spent on political campaigns, I find it to be obscene. They should have a thing where you get free time on the air, you get free time on the internet, you get a free website, and there's no except for maybe signs and buttons, and maybe to have things like Trump goes from rally to rally. But there is no political funding of these campaigns. It's all set up. The government gives you free time. The networks give you free time, and that's it. Then that would stop a lot of the back office deals, a lot of the lobbying deals. I'll donate money if you vote for my dairy fund, or you vote for my drug company deal, or my defense deal, or whatever. A job that makes $175,000 a year, and they spend millions to try to get a 2-year job or a 6-year job in the Senate. So, welcome Bill Gates, welcome Wizzo, welcome the Purple People Leader Pickle, and welcome Kyle. I know if I were 30 years younger and moved to Nevada and had money, I'd run for the House. And I might well win. And I'd say I'd win on a platform of less money being spent and term limits. Go there, work for 4 years, and go home. And then I don't know if I get it passed, but write a bill that any member of Congress, once they leave the Congress, they cannot work for any company that lobbies the federal government. That way you stop that end of corruption too. You're out of Congress, you go home, you say, thank you, Mr. Congressman, thank you, Mr. Senator, for your service. And then that's it. Now, why did he leave? That's strange. Well, I don't know if that's real Bill Gates. I haven't seen Bill Gates in about 20 years, but I know the real Bill Gates. He offered me a job once. My mother wouldn't give me the money to go to Albuquerque, where I could have met Bugs Bunny making a long left turn. So I've been drinking an ocean of coffee, trying to stay awake earlier, and now trying to stay. Excuse me. Oh, little girl went in the bedroom and perched on the cat perch with Fluffy because she was scared of Kathy. She's so silly. She's scared of me. I've had her for 19. She's 19 years old. I've had her for her and Fluffy and Fuzzy for 15 years. So that's about it. I don't have much to say. I will be going tomorrow to take the iPads in because I can't go out without any sleep. I need some sleep. And then I will go feed the cats. And then I have to do another rack of dishes and sweep the floor. And I did throw out 2 bags of garbage and both cat boxes. And the one I had put 20 pounds of litter in it, just about killed me. So Kathy took the other one. I took the other one. She held the door for me. And Kathy got chocolate. She got a week, 8 days worth of wet cat food for the kitties. She got a bag of litter. She got some National Enquirers and some Reader's Digest. She likes the National Enquirer and the Globe and all that. She got some of those. Someone left. And she got 2 boxes of cat box liners. Added to the 2 I gave her last week. She's okay. Well, Bill left, or Bill retracted his message. I guess he's still here, but he didn't have anything to say. So I don't know. Okay. I'm not going to allow that handle in here. And so goodbye. I'm not a billionaire. Oh, I see. I wish I were a billionaire. If I were a billionaire, every one of the people that helped me would get a $2,400 check. And there's one person I would pay off their mortgage. I would. Well, the problem is Gavin Newsom. Los Angeles has hit cases that are insane. And Gavin Newsom last week said he may extend the statewide lockdown. Many people are ignoring it. Many businesses are ignoring it. And they're basically telling Newsom to go get screwed. And the recall, I think every business that fails, every person that loses their job because of this, and we are losing jobs because of this, that's one more signature for Gavin Newsom's recall. So, okay. I didn't know Bill Gates had gotten the COVID vaccine. News to me. And Ocasio-Cortez, the first thing I've ever liked about her, the communist from Brooklyn, said she's not taking the vaccine. She said the people need it first. That's the way it should have been. Oh, and who got the vaccine this morning? Somebody got the vaccine. Oh, no. I'm sorry. A Democrat, older female from Wisconsin, has now tested positive. So she's not going to be voting in Congress in it for the next 2 weeks. So, to get back to the question of where to go with the GoPro, assuming we get the $2,000 check, I will buy an iPhone SE. I will buy the GoPro. I will get all the coin loans out. I will give at least $500, maybe $600 to Kathy for our car fund. It would give us about $2,300 to $2,500. We need about $6,000 to $8,000 to get what I want, and that's the last car help I ever get her to do, other than get a mechanic to check it out. Then we have to pay, of course, tax and insurance and license, and then I work to get a newer Mac later. But I would probably, if I were allowed to run around, I don't know how they'd stop you. Well, San Francisco, if you don't live in the Bay Area counties, you have to go to automatic lockdown. How are they going to force that? I'd probably go to San Francisco. I mean, where can I go without a car? I'd have to take the bus and BART. Maybe I would ride around BART for the day and do live on BART, but it'll be kind of hard to hear. Bill should keep it in his fridge till he helped create it, right? Is that the same freezer that Nancy Pelosi owns? Except I think that you have to have really, really super cold storage for this stuff. So I don't think a regular refrigerator or freezer would work very well. San Francisco, I'd go to Walnut Creek. I could go to Pleasant Hill. I could go to Concord. And I'd be a little limited by my knees and, all of that. Hello, Kyle. Yeah, I could keep in the fridge next to Nancy Pelosi's gourmet ice cream. Oh, I was talking to a friend of mine. I mentioned Nancy Pelosi's refrigerator, and everybody wants Nancy Pelosi's freezer. So refrigerator, freezer. I want one of those if I ever move out and get a house. It looks nice, and it $25,000 for the refrigerator. It better have an iPad in the door. It better have Wi-Fi and the internet and a keyboard, and you can talk to it, and it talks back. Let me publish YouTube in my refrigerator. Hi, I'm in front of the refrigerator, and I got the door open, and I'm freezing. There's Fuzzy. 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 She always stops and she looks around. Now she's washing. So, now somebody won 15 million on the Super Lotto. And last week, someone bought a scratcher locally, and they won 15 million. No, they won 10 million. And Kathy asked, "You can win that much?" I said, "Yeah, you buy a $20 scratcher, you can win 10 million bucks." So, and if I ever did become a billionaire, I would give everybody who's helped me a iPad Pro, probably the Silicon Mac Mini. And all the people with kitties would get cat gift cards and all of that. All right, I got to run out of stuff to say. I just wanted to comment on all this because I was listening to Meet Kevin and I was laughing because it's like it's a circus, and it's not a clown circus so much. It's a circus, and in this corner, and in the ring over here is Mitch McConnell, and over here is Kevin McCarthy, and over here is Chuck Schumer, and that ring over there is Nancy Pelosi, and in the center ring, the giant center ring, are all the other clowns in Congress. And they're all voting, and the spectators are watching at home. They're all voting to see if you will or will not get a $2,000 stimulus check. It's the ultimate ironic bad Santa, bad Congress, deal or no deal. No, I'm busy kissing Fuzzy. I'm busy kissing my baby. Yes. Yes. Why would I want to say so 20 times again? No, I don't think I will do that. Thank you. Oh, I know why. I just realized that is maybe something obscene, so I'm not going to do that. All right. Anyway, you went out of the kitchen. I think you're going into the kitchen, little one. And she and little girl have been, quote unquote, fighting to see who gets to lie next to daddy. So, no, I'm not going to say 20 times. My sinus has been acting up. My knee has been acting up. I got my sweats. And my nose is saying, take care of the nose. And my body is saying, take care of the body. Go to sleep. Probably soup. I have some Meals on Wheels dinners in there. One thing for breakfast, I have oatmeal I bought last week. And my SNAP benefits are down to 0. And, Thursday, I'll get my other Meals on Wheels tomorrow. And then Thursday, I get my deposit. So then we're going to go out, but we can't eat. We're not allowed to eat anywhere. We can't eat indoors. Well, I've known George for years. I interviewed him 4 years ago. We're friends. I have his books. They're signed. I saw him at UFO Con. So George has been very nice and very kind to me. And I looked in the website the other day, and my videos are still on Coast to Coast AM. And tonight, Mr. Fortune of 1 minute after and 1 second 1 year later about EMP pulses. He'll be a guest. I'll be listening to that. I'm not gonna starve. I got 4 cans of Progresso soup. I got 7 bags of coffee. I got butter. I don't know if I have any more bags of vegetables left, and I have potatoes to eat. So I can boil some potatoes and eat those if push comes to shove. Clean out the pressure cooker and throw the potatoes in there. So, and I'm waiting for next month when I can announce my support for something that's going to happen, which will help the cats. But I can't give any details. I don't have the details yet. So, but if I get a GoPro, if my channel continues to grow and I start making more and more AdSense revenue. Oh, I apparently, since I have a YouTube channel, I have AdSense, it would be considered a sideline business. I may be qualifying for $1,000 grant from the PPP. I'm going to talk to my banker and see how you apply for that. I could use $1,000. I have a small cat tower in the bedroom that my beloved Minnie Mouse used to sleep on, and he got run over. And I don't have another cat tower other than that because there's no room in here for cat tower. If I ever have a house, all of the Fuzzy, little girl, Fluffy, Mama Cat, Kitten, Tiny One, Orangey, probably Gray, Pretty Gray, and I think that's it, would all go with me. I'd have 9 or 10 cats. They'd all have their own little cat tower, their own little kitty bed. So, and part of that PPP doesn't have to be paid back. And it's a pity I don't live in a low income area, because then I would qualify for $10,000 for free. And then I would probably take 7,000 of that, go to the attorney, get a hold of the attorney in Ohio, and start going after the trolls. I know I shouldn't spend $7,000 on getting YouTube videos removed, but I would be so happy. And then with another 6, I could go after the evil 2 websites. And then the third, the so-called fan page. Well, this is not really a business, but I have been affected. I haven't been able to pay my electric bill in full, and apparently there are benefits in this COVID relief package that I would qualify for, because I'm not using the term correctly. I can never remember what it's called. Me, Kevin, and other people have talked about this. It's not quality of life; it's quality of living. And if the pandemic has caused you to not have quality of living, then you can get money for your electric bill. You can get money for your rent. Even if you paid your rent on time and in full, you can get money for future rent. So I'm going to have to investigate that once they set up something to say, you go to the county, you go to the state, and the people, you have to go do it in a hurry. But that probably won't be set up till the 8th or 9th or 10th of next year. And I'll go and, hey, I've been affected by the pandemic. I can't pay my electric bill. I need help paying my rent. And I would qualify for that. Now, if this were a full-time business, yeah, I'd be affected by the pandemic. I can't go out and film videos. And if there are people who are having problems at YouTube because their views have been also cut down for YouTube's policies of censorship. And that's another reason why 230 should be repealed. Mostly conservatives, but you can't talk about certain, and this video is not being monetized. You can't talk about certain subjects like the F word. and other things, you get demonetized or you get limited monetization for advertisers. But I can't go out right now as I would like to do. But without a car, it makes it even more difficult. And film anytime I want because you're only supposed to go out to the store. You can exercise. With my legs and my back, I'm not doing much exercise other than walking down the street with my cane. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I have LED lights in every lamp in here, except the one under the kitchen counter cabinets, and the one in the ceiling, and the one over there. And I talked to the maintenance guy. Can you replace these with LEDs? He said no. So, okay, I'm not gonna let you in either. Bye bye. There's another guy with these childish people that come in and use variants on a slur. I'm not going to allow that in this channel. Well, I don't live in a place where they have solar panels to heat the water. I live in an apartment building, so that doesn't apply to me. And it is not limited ads does affect me. Limited ads does the problem is YouTube's analytics say estimated money, and it doesn't. I wish they'd change that to how much you're really making, which they don't. And I don't make a lot of money off it. I am not PewDiePie. I am not Mr. Beast. I am not some guy who has outdone PewDiePie, and I think he's worth 29 million. I'm nowhere near that yet. But and I'm not about with my bad legs. And even if I had a house, I would not be climbing a ladder and putting up solar panels. Get someone else to do that. So that doesn't apply. But it doesn't matter what less. It limits the amount of advertisers you can advertise. Part of the money that comes from YouTube is advertising. Part of the money is YouTube Prime or whatever they call it. So, I mean, I got money this month from AdSense, not as much as I would like. And the ideal thing is to get a couple $100 a month, or the ideal thing would really get about $2,000 a month, and then I get off disability. Okay, you can donate to PayPal at this. And another, of course, is that AdSense takes 30% out, which really hurts. I think that's way too much. It should take maybe 5%, and then and also now no one has done this, and it really hurts my feelings for the cats. You can send gift cards, checks, money orders to my mailing address. I don't want food because I don't know where it comes from, and it wouldn't be necessarily safe. So I get money from YouTube Premium, but I don't remember how much. It's substantial, but the thing is, what they say I get and what I really get are two different animals. And I am not getting that a month, that as far as I know. And it's not $100 a month, but it's substantial. And yet I'm not. If I were getting that every month like clockwork, it would be about $1,000 a year, and I'm not getting $1,000 a year. So I don't know how they figure this stuff out. Of course, with every new subscriber, with every new view, there's more views, there's more ad revenue. It's going to go up. It's not going to go down unless I do something to get myself banned from YouTube, or the trolls say that I had hate speech, or a puppy dog video does not meet YouTube standards. Yeah, I'm not going to take any food. Well, I intend to take live videos private. I've been too busy with all the stuff that's By the way, the effect of the English ivy in my hands and the arthritis make my hands hurt. And the other day, this thing really, really was almost screaming pain. So if I yell or scream, I apologize. This is hurting right now. If I do the stickers and have Meet Kevin now has subscriptions. He does live video with subscription, and you cannot go to chat unless you're paying him, I think, $5 a month. That's my goal eventually. Take all the chat, $5 a month. So I like peach pie and cherry, but you have to have ice cream on it. So apple sometimes, and I don't like mints. I love pumpkin pie. I don't care for lemon meringue like Kathy. I don't care for key lime. I can't think of any more. Oh, banana cream, but the problem is a lot of places the bananas turn brown. It's yucky. So, and sadly, our wonderful claim jumpers, the restaurant went out of business, and they had the best pies out there. They're gone. So there's one pie that it's okay, but it's also kind of weird, boysenberry. So I'm not certain about boysenberry. And of course, I like cheesecake and with strawberries or cherries. Strawberry is better. And the Cheesecake Factory, it's decadent, but they're not open either. So I've taken Kathy. But the problem, you get out of the Cheesecake Factory, here's your bill, sir, $38. 2 coffees and 2 pieces of cheesecake is $38 or something. I have an online forum, the guy from Pittsburgh Paranormal News Forum. I've had that for probably 6 or 7 years. About 2,000 people look at that forum every month. So, yeah, they're closed because you're not allowed to have indoor seating. And when you pay $7, $8 a piece of cheesecake, no one's going to go to the cheesecake. There's one in Macy's in San Francisco. There's one in Walnut Creek. No one's going to go and get to-go orders of a piece of cheesecake when they can go to Trader Joe's and get a whole cheesecake, or Walmart or Target or somewhere. So the guy from Pittsburgh Paranormal News Forum has been up for years, and I post videos there every day. Not just me, political videos, weather videos, disaster videos, cat videos. I think I have something like about 15,000 posts on there. So, but not many people comment. They just watch things and they don't say a word. So I don't know how much publicity would get me or positivity. Some videos are huge. Some commentary I make is huge. Gets thousands of views, and others get 1 view. I don't get it. So, and I have 8 forums on Blogger. The Meow is out there. The guy from Pittsburgh, Hack Mastering, from Forbes Field to the Bay and back. So, and all my videos get posted there. Other videos get posted there. Commentary. I'm not sure what that means. I think that is not allowed either. So I'm going to remove that comment. I'm not sure what it means. So I've never even seen a Piggly. I think those are all down south. And I've never understood why you would name a supermarket Piggly Wiggly. Where you going? I'm going down to the Piggly Wiggly. I think there's a song or a nursery rhyme, you tickle the pig's feet. And I'm not going to tickle any pig's feet. So. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what that comment was, but it didn't look right. So I apologize. Welcome. No, I talk about where I post news stories or videos on hacks like Target, credit cards, stuff like that. I've been doing that for a long time too. A lot of the credit agencies have been hacked. Target has been hacked. Macy's has been hacked. You name it. Capital One has been hacked. When there's a news story, I post online for people to know about it. And by Friday, the sushi is smelling and it's walking by itself out the store, I guess. I like sushi, but mostly ebi, which is shrimp with seaweed and a rice cake. When we had the ability to go to San Francisco, and it cost me money to go to I would go to 3rd Street to this Japanese place, and I would get the bento box and for $8. Or when we had a car, we'd go to this wonderful Japanese restaurant in Burlingame, and we'd have a whole sit-down dinner. They got rid of the teriyaki special, but we'd still go down there. I took Glenn there, my late friend Glenn. I've taken Kathy there, and we had a pretty good meal. And then we walk out going, yeah. You get, I don't like miso soup, but you get, Kathy loves the breaded vegetables and stuff. Now, I can't eat sweet potatoes, but she likes the broccoli and whatever else is there. And she likes beef teriyaki. I like chicken. Mr. Piggly Wiggly was the founder. Come on, nobody is named Miss Piggly Wiggly. It can't be. Hold on. I have to look this up. Oh God. If someone was named Piggly Wiggly, that would be really, really strange. It's my new baby, Piggly Wiggly. Was that the first name or last? No, that's the full name, Piggly Wiggly. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Let's see what the story is here. Why is Piggly Wiggly called Piggly Wiggly? Sanders' reason for choosing the name Piggly Wiggly remains a mystery. He was curiously reluctant to explain his origin. One story says while riding a train, he looked out his window and saw several little pigs struggling to get under a fence, which prompted him to think of the rhyme. Founded by Clarence Saunders. His name was not Piggly Wiggly. So this is the official website. And so he lost control of the company, had nothing further to do with it. And then he opened a new chain under the name Clarence Saunders, sole owner of My Name stores. The Depression forced him to close. He died in 1953. There are 530 Piggly Wigglies serving 17 states. They're mostly in the Southeast. There are Piggly Wiggly stores as far north as Wisconsin, which has frozen sushi. So, and Big Storm is going to hit. Big Storm is going to go hit in Wisconsin, Minnesota. It's starting oddly in the hills and mountains near Los Angeles. It's going to sweep north across Oklahoma, Colorado, Iowa. So, well, I haven't gone out with anybody except Kathy in 40 years for the most part. So I couldn't tell you what a night, you want a good service. Well, and being that we're on lockdown, you can't take anybody out in a restaurant. I had my late friend Maroney. I said, "You are a cheap so and so." He said, "I'll take the girl to McDonald's." Kathy said, "I would smack the for Valentine's Day. I would smack the hell out of you if you ever did that." So start a petting zoo GoFundMe. Well, I'm not gonna have a petting zoo. I got enough trouble with 10 cats. It's enough petting. Hello, Josh. Hello, Kyle. But You know, it depends on what kind of food you like. You could like Mexican, you could like Italian, you could like, I don't know what. Uh, I can't give a recommendation because I wouldn't know what you'd like. I wouldn't know what the good girl liked. You want to be romantic, or you just go eat and sit there and schmooze, talk for a while. I don't know. I'm not the one to ask, you know. I mean, Kathy and I go to nice sit down restaurants when we had a car, and then we go to Taco Bell or Wendy's. So I am not one for recommendations on restaurants. Um, we go to Emil Villas in Livermore. We go to Red Robin, but their service in the Concord Mall, Sun Valley Mall, has gone downhill. We used to go to Claim Jumpers, but they're gone. We went to Fuddruckers once and didn't like it. They're gone. I think we went once to Ruby Tuesdays. They're having trouble. Well, it's a matter of when you're on limited income, Wendy's is what you can afford, and they have specials. And I used to love the salads. They had wonderful chicken salads with tomatoes, and you get the dressing. And now they changed the fried chicken nugget strips or something. I didn't like that. Um, Kathy does love the pecan bonds at Cinnabon. We're going to go there on Thursday. We're going to go to C's Candies because I always buy her C's Candies. She loves C's. And I've got to buy stuff for other people. I promised to send them some candy and some other things. No, Fuddruckers. Not Fud. It's a really weird name, and they went bankrupt because of the Chinese crud. So they're gone, as have so many other restaurants. So Fudd, like Elmer Fudd, Ruckers. And what a Fuddrucker is, I have no idea. So, and there used to be one from across from Target. Now they're building an apartment building. So, no, it's not Fuddruckers either. It's Fuddruckers. Hold on. But they're another casualty. And many restaurants have gone under restaurant chains and even retail businesses. There are several retail businesses that have failed, declared bankruptcy. Macy's is closing stores. Of course, J.C. Penney may be getting bailed out, but this is not good for retail and restaurants. Now, oddly, if you go to New York, if you can, and if you're not quarantined for 14 days, the things that are selling food left and right are carts with dim sum. That's another place you can go. I never had dim sum, but my friend Paul goes to dim sum. So, ew, ew. A decaying hamburger patty in your chili. Now, I love the Wendy's chili. It's another thing. There's no Wendy's here in Martinez anymore. So I've got to travel 4 or 5 miles, get off the bus, walk over to Wendy's and get my chili. They make great chili and get the frosty vanilla. I think Sears is probably going to go under. They had this guy. He was their chairman, and he spent 500 million of his own money, and Sears keeps failing. They made a huge mistake merging with Kmart. There's not many Kmarts left, and they couldn't keep up with Target. They couldn't keep up with Walmart. They sure can't keep up with Amazon. And the other problem with Sears is you used to go into Sears. Everybody I know went to Sears, or Simpson Sears, as they used to be called in Canada. And those are all gone. And you had people that worked there for 20, 30, 40 years. They know everything in the store. You go in the hardware department, they know what. You go in the automotive department, they know what. I need a 6-way spanner for a Framish that. Oh, over here. Got it right here. You go in there now, and the caramel popcorn, Kathy loved that. You could smell it the whole store. Now you go into Sears, they get young people. They don't know jack. They don't know it. They don't know what happened yesterday. And I think that's what hurt Sears. They got rid of the old employees and they brought in new people who are clueless. And that whole family thing with Sears, your whole family went to Sears, and people said, "I'm not going here anymore." And Kmart, I watched a video on retail archaeology, the history of Kmart failing, and they kept losing, hemorrhaging money, and the shelves were empty, and people said, "I don't want to shop here anymore." So, yeah, they sold Craftsman, which shocked me. They sold Orchard Supply Hardware, that had been around since 1932. They sold it to Lowe's, and then the head of Lowe's said, "I don't want this anymore." And he closed them all down, put thousands of people out of work. And Die Hard Batteries. Sears needed cash. And Craftsman, next to Snap-on tools, is one of the best, most reliable tools. They don't break like the cheap Chinese crap. They're reliable tools. So, but Sears now, I go in there, they got TVs and clothes. And the other thing, I don't buy anything that says, I forget their brand name. Their washers, dryers, refrigerators, you can only get parts from Sears, and they're not the greatest quality. So they have a brand name. It's in the back of my head. So I would never buy a Sears labeled product, except for Craftsman and the batteries. The best battery I saw was the Interstate. I had those in multiple cars, and one Interstate battery hadn't been started for 30 days. Wouldn't start. My friend came over, jumped it, vroom. That's the best battery to buy, in my opinion. Kenmore, thank you. I call it Crapmore. So Kenmore is terrible. The only major appliance I ever bought was a Montgomery Ward freezer that worked fine, and Monkey Ward is long gone too. We miss Monkey Wards. Kathy misses Montgomery Ward. There's a catalog company still using the name, but it's not the same. And Kohl's doesn't cut it for me either. Mostly clothes. They do have cute plush animals at Christmas time and Easter, and they sell chocolate. So I bought the last pressure cooker there, and it died a day after the warranty expired. This pressure cooker is working great. I still haven't quite figured out how to use it. So next month I will go out. I have the Carol Shelby's chili bag around here somewhere, and I will probably brown the meat and make chili in it. Yeah, Sears just, and more stores are closed, and anchor stores, JCPenney, Sears, even Kohl's, Dillard's. Dillard's is pulling out of malls. The weirdest Dillard's I ever saw was down 10 miles from Reno, downtown Reno, where the Apple store was. And Dillard's, when I went in there, was mostly closed. They're a Southern company. But what they were doing in Reno, God only knows. So I bought, when my mother was alive, I bought clothes at Penny's. I could actually find them in my size, including long underwear. And I could find, the one thing about Sears, I did go in, I got long underwear tops and bottoms. And that and Penny were the only place I could find them until I bought stuff online that wasn't always of top quality. So now I get them from other places. But the biggest problem I had with Sears, I went in there one day and wanted to get the long underwear, and there were 8 people in line. I patiently waited, and then the guy takes care of one person, and somebody walks off. And I see another employee came into the men's department. I said, "Where did he go?" "Oh, he's going to lunch." I waited for about 40 minutes. I said, "Well, screw this." And that's the last time I went to Sears. Well, I got to lose some weight. Maybe the aliens can abduct my fat. Uh, use it for power their spaceships. I don't know. I got to lose about 50 pounds, which I'm going to do. I ate a big salad the other night. The other half will be eaten tonight. So I got to lay off all the junk, candy and chips and all that, and eat healthy. Well, the problem on Hot Topic is they don't fit me. They don't fit Kathy either. We can sometimes get shirts and things at Spencer Gifts, but I asked Hot Topic about, oh, we don't sell 3X and 4X. They don't sell. I said, maybe if you had them available for larger people and women who are voluptuous, you'd sell more. And it's really hard at Walmart. Kathy has the cutest shirt. She had the one with the unicorn today, and people really love that shirt, but it's hard to find. She tries to find one for me and can't always find them either. So, and when you're really busty like Kathy, it's hard to find clothes. I don't know why you would put chains on your pants so you're going to chain yourself to something. Pants lives matter or something. You chain yourself to a pole and protest. Or you chain your pants to a pole while you go into the store so no one steals your pants off of you. I don't know. I don't get that one. Well, they're discriminating against busty women. They're discriminating against overweight women or plus size or whatever you want to call it. And men, hefty size, because they think everybody's like skinny mini. They're like this thin, you know. You'd have to find, how could you do that if they feel they don't want to sell this stuff? I used to be able, when I wore a extra large and a 2XL, to find shirts at Walmart, to find pants at Walmart. Now everything stops at like 40. And I wear a 54. So ain't no stuff I can find at Walmart except the sweats. They're 4XLs. Other places, I had one, I bought a pajama set from some online company. I wore them once. I bent down to pick something up, and the bottoms ripped in half. And I had them one day. I was really ticked. I got my money back, but famine resistant. Yeah, right. Well, obviously, you're not buying those uh, dehydrated dinners that Red Eagle Politics and others. Uh, what's the word? Not flock. Flout is not the word either. But every video, our sponsor, you can, we're having difficult times and you should prepare and you should have these dinners, 8,000 pounds of macaroni and cheese, enough to last you 57 years if you buy the monthly program. Yeah, and then the other problem is you're not allowed to try on the clothes in Walmart or Target anymore, I think. So what are you going to do? You try it on, or you can't return it because of COVID. Now, one thing about Walmart, if I buy stuff there and it gets delivered, I can return it. Or in some cases, if it's defective or something, they'll send me a new one. But I have to try them on. I don't know if they're going to fit. I am sitting on a steel Samsonite chair. And if I had the money, okay, I don't know what's nothing wrong with that. That has to be hidden. If I had the money, I would go down to Staples, and there's a very nice computer chair, the only one in the store that has no arms, because I always get squeezed in with the arms, and I need to go up to the top because I don't see when Mix came in here. I think Kathy likes onion rings, but I don't know. I know she eats them. Going back, a fake account pretending to be you. The only thing about the fake account, he did give me about $140 in AdSense. So in super chat money, I missed that. But he said something really disgusting about Art Bell and Ramona Bell, and I could not let that stand. So bye-bye. So every time I think of Michael W. Oakland, I think, is that the lost son of Richard C. Oakland? The missing son, abducted by aliens at birth, and sent to Mars. And he polishes the face on Mars with Brasso. First thing that comes to my mind. Oh my God, it's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna have to quit this zone soon and go feed the cats. It's getting dark. Yeah, well, he's had health issues. Richard is a friend of mine. We've talked many times in chat, and I will miss him. So no, Art did not get married to Heather. We don't allow that particular person to be mentioned this channel, so I'm removing that comment. No, there is no Heather Bell. Okay, I'm removing that comment as well. The next comment you make, you will be removed. What? Okay, that means that this is the fake mixed radio clips. I'm going to remove him. And he did not, you did not post the secret thing I told you to post. So I'm removing all your clips. I don't know. I got a number of emails from this person who claims to be 15 years old. And I told him to say a certain word and he didn't do it. Nope, too late. Too late. Fact. Well, that's going to take about 25 minutes. I don't think it would be fair to the viewer to watch the screen for 25 minutes while I go out and take my sweats off, gather up all the cat food in the bag, put my sweats on, take my long underwear. I'm wearing my camouflage long underwear. That way nobody can see me. And go out and feed the kitties and then come back. So... no, I cannot live stream the cat feeding because I don't have an iPad. I don't have any device right now that would allow me to live stream. And it gets dark out there, and I only have a little teensy, very inadequate camera light. So, and I don't think I'm going to come back when I come back because I'm about to pass out from lack of sleep. This is my camera light for the moment, and well, it's not. I plugged this in the other day. It's not adequately charged. It does work, but if I get a GoPro, I will get proper lights and the selfie stick and all of that. You don't understand, guys. I've been up since. Whoa. Hello. That works, but it's broken, and that's where the tape's on it. And I should charge this while I'm at it. But I've had 2 hours of sleep today. I was up all night. I need to go to sleep. My eyes are on fire. And my voice was gone today, and I don't have any Allegra, and I've been wheezing a lot. So I really need some rest. Well, I've walked around with the iPad repeatedly in the neighborhood in past videos, so it's out there, not live. And I have to figure out what Jacob's Life in Las Vegas. He's using a certain stream for live videos. Meet Kevin is using a certain streaming service for live videos. Now, he did a video Saturday and it dropped. YouTube lost the signal and he had to start over. He's doing 6G. So, guys, I need sleep. What do you have me fall on the floor? You know? Well, the thing is with the red lithium batteries, Milwaukee, it's awfully hefty, and I don't want to carry that stuff around. So if we get the 1,200, 1,400, 2,000, whatever it is, stimulus checks, I've already got the thing bookmarked on my screen. GoPro is having a special. You get the selfie stick, the extra battery, and some other stuff for $338. So I get a GoPro. Then I got to figure out how to use it. And then I have to figure out how I would see the chat. So a nightcap. I'm getting to the point where I can't see either. I'm really, excuse me, I got to put this junk in my eyes again. This is the only thing that stops the pain. I have dry eye. Yeah, it keeps dripping out of my mouth. No, I don't have. Look, I have in there a Vivitar camera. I have my cell phone, but then I can't carry a light. I'd have to duct tape the light, and the light is not charged. It's dark. I can't do filming in the dark without light, and it won't be live. So, and by the way, every time I get on live, there's one thing that's not in the chat. I see no super chat donations. And if you want me to have a yeah, the drone never worked right. And the Polaroid cube didn't work in the dark, and I couldn't tell because of the beeping in the red light when it was on and when it was off. It drove me nuts. I still have it, but it's effectively useless. And I will look up the Milwaukee batteries. Milwaukee makes interesting products. Hold on a minute. Let me look that up right now. But what good would the Milwaukee batteries do with a GoPro? They don't use the same batteries. Make a camera light or something, and I don't know, or a portable light. They make a chainsaw. Stand. Let's see what they got. Pen light. That's not very good. A LED bulb lumens hands-free flashlight. Well, the problem with that is I still have to feed the cats and I have to hold on to the camera. So that's not going to help me. They have a hands-free flashlight that I guess would go on my head. It's $137. Sheesh. I'm not paying $137 for a camera light. Yeah, the Russian guy who gets drunk is very weird. And There is no easy way to get a haircut here. And hair would be all over the place, and I'd be cleaning up hair for weeks. And there's no room here to give me a haircut. As for the beard, I break out, and I'm already having trouble with acne here, here. So Energizer headlamps. I have a camouflage headlamp around here somewhere, which if I could find it and charge it would work. But how well it would stay on my head? If I got to bend down to feed the cats, and sometimes the light falls off, then I got to hold on. What I really need is a GoPro with the shoulder thing, and then have a light. I think it has a light attachment. I'm not sure. I have one can of Barbasol. All right. I'm not going to allow that because that implies that people have accused me of being a deadbeat. So that's not going to be allowed. And I don't think anyone is. We have this stimulus package. Prisoners can get the stimulus. You could call them a deadbeat. I think that's very nice. So I buy the Barbasol because it's cheap. I bought the Walmart shaving cream. I shave in the shower, and every time I shave in the shower, the Walmart shaving cream falls in the bathtub, and it puts out much more shaving cream than Barbasol. I wind up with shaving cream going down my arm. So I'm not in a yard when I feed the cats. I'm in the parking area for Mama Cat and Kitten. Tiny one, orangey gray, pretty gray, Chauncey. I'm in the parking lot of the senior center. It's not my yard. That's just where they happen to hang out. And I'm not going to come back. I'm literally fighting to stay awake, and I have to be awake to feed the cats. Thank God it stopped raining. So I'll be back tomorrow. I don't have any peach Snapple. I have water. I haven't used a Gillette single-use blade for about 40 years. It used to always cut the hell out of my face. That's why I went to single-use razors. Schick makes a very good razor. I just shaved today, and it's still itching. So they used to have this one razor, and I don't remember the name of it. A funny commercial. They would say, "You have our razor, and you have the Cuckoo brand. Cuckoo." Yeah, the get woke insulting the American male and particularly the white male. George Friendly store of oh dear, probably Safeway and the Walnut Creek Target. Food Banks is pretty friendly, and Costco is 99% nice. I love going to Costco. They're now going to bring back the samples at Costco. I don't know how they're going to do it though. Costco's always packed too. I go to Amazon. I go to Walmart. I go to Etsy. I go to eBay. That's about it. I don't do QVC. It's overpriced garbage. And I have Fingerette and Stoneberry. So there's 6. That's enough. Yeah, so Target has slightly wider prices too. They're very expensive in Target. I don't remember the Chrome, but I'll take your word for it. Other stuff that goes on, I do a video and then it's out of mind, out of sight, out of mind because I forget stuff or thinking about other things. But there will be no stimulus videos till next week. There will be a haul video on New Year's Eve. If the stores don't close early and I can get something hauled, be out with Kathy. I'll take my cell phone. I'll take the extra cell phone so I can film Kathy. And wherever we go, I don't know. Excuse me. Well, guys, I got to go and feed the kitties. And except for that fake troll, no one's donated here except for one or two people in weeks, and that's very disappointing to me. Um, Not necessarily, because it's all up to Mitch McConnell. If he says, I'm not going to let this go up for a vote because it'd be fiscally irresponsible to add to the deficit, and it would make future generations have to pay this deficit off, and that future generations will never pay $30 trillion off. So I don't know where Republicans get this garbage. As if everybody's sitting there, how much I got to write for a check here. I don't know. I think it's like $11,000 per person. So no, that was the overturning of the defense authorization bill. I don't know. Um, I don't know how. Okay, hold on. Okay. I do know the NDAA or whatever it was called. 109 Republicans voted to overturn the veto. 2/3 of the GOP in the House voted against the $2,000 stimulus check amendment. That's why I say I don't know it's going to pass in the House. So Bill Gates should be donating $2,000 to me. I'm Jewish. I need money more than Israel does, and I don't even have a tree. Actually, I have a Halloween tree that lights up, but and I don't have Georgie Jessel for relief for Israel, and I don't have Israeli bonds. I need more money than Netanyahu. He's got money. I don't work at it like my mother. I believe in God. I believe in a higher power in the universe, higher than Bill Gates, maybe higher than Donald Trump. Certainly today, higher than Donald Trump. His standing has gone down. So, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna tell someone what to worship or not worship, except for the fake holiday Kwanzaa created by a con man. So, because I like Santa Claus, I played Santa Claus. I like Christmas. My dad was Catholic. We celebrated Christmas. And my dad died. My mother took all the Christmas stuff and got rid of it. Christmas makes me happy. All the decorations, the songs, and the well-being, and all of that. So, and I have relatives that are Catholic, and relatives that are Protestant, and relatives that are Jewish. And ultimately, it doesn't matter. We're all going to be gone one day, and we will either turn into dirt or we'll go to a higher plane of existence. This criminal in Philadelphia took elements of Hanukkah and elements of Christmas and made a Kwanzaa menorah and decided to create this fake holiday named Kwanzaa that no African American, no African African, I wonder what they call African Africans in Africa. They're not African American. No black person, no Negro, no the old term colored person, which is not politically correct. There was no such holiday. It never existed. And suddenly he started this thing and people started getting on board for it. And then Hallmark started coming out with Kwanzaa stuff so they could make money. But it's not a real holiday. It's made up. I have never had a noodle kugel. And I know of Festivus. I think he was on Gunsmoke, wasn't he? But I don't know anything about it. So, no, I don't think we're going to go down to. No, I'm not going to allow that. That is a racist comment. Error, try again? That's weird. So I'm blocking this guy. All right. And I thought that was strength of feet. Why would you air your grievances around a pole? And what if the pole objects? A guy from Krakow or Warsaw or Lubin. I don't want to be danced around. Leave me alone. So, oh, it's 5:30. See, it gets dark about 4:30. I got to go feed the kitties. How long have I been on this cockamamie thing anyway? Let's see. Hour and a half, roughly. I have feats of strength. I carry the cat litter down to the chute. That's my feat of strength for the day. 20 pounds of wet, clumpy litter. This shirt doesn't fit. I need new shirts too next year. Shirts that fit. My shirt keeps doing the Picard maneuver. I pull down to the shirt, it rises back up again. I haven't seen Talkie. I looked at a video. It's been at least 3 months I've seen. I saw a video where I talked about Talkie reappears. Didn't get a video of Talkie. Haven't seen him for at least 3 months. He may be dead for all I know. I love him dearly. He's a sweet little Siamese, but he's not neutered. And if I ever we get a stimulus check, I would grab him, get Chatacabra to help me because he loves Chatacabra. Put him in a carrier, take him home, and call the vet and say he needs to be neutered. No, Santa did not visit me. He did not bring me Lonnie or Pamela Anderson or someone coming like that, or the Hooter Girl of the Year with a vacuum cleaner and cleaning supplies and laundry money. It's very sad. I wrote him, and every year he disappoints me. It's terrible. I don't think he knows where I live. My full name is Anthony, and my neighbor didn't know I was Anthony, so maybe Santa is going to the wrong apartment. It doesn't have any mail equipment. You can tell, but I'm not going to go into the details. You can look that up, as some guy on the radio used to say back in the 30s. You can look it up. So, all right, I'm done for now, and I'm going to end the stream. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, because if I'm getting a headache from lack of sleep, I have to go to bed when I go back. My first name is Anthony. My middle name is George. My last name is Senda. My dad's name was Anton. Why I was named Anthony, I don't know, and I can't ask because both my parents are dead. All right. Have a great night. Stay wet, warm, dry, or cool as the case may be. And I hope next time you donate to Super Chat so I can get enough money to get cat food supplies. That's the first thing I do when I get Super Chat money. Feed the kitties, take care of the kitties, including my 3, and get the GoPro 9 and get the iPhone. I'm very disappointed that nobody ever donates in chat here. All right. Have a good night. Stay safe, stay warm, and bye-bye.